Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is D-Day from Avalon Hill. I believe this was published in 1961, and it says, now you can change World War II history in this realistic invasion game. It says it's for 12 years and up. Take a look at the counters first. Standard NATO military symbols, which is exactly what I would expect from an Avalon Hill game from the 1960s. And here's some more counters. These are, I think these are blank ones in case you lose a counter, you can make a new one with that. So before we go over the rule books, let's go over some of the other stuff. Here's your Allied and German order of battle. In case you lose a counter, you can use this to create a new one. And on the back is kind of a terrain effects chart. It shows when your defense factor is normal or doubled or tripled, depending on terrain and what's going on. Here's your combat results table. While you do not want to do odds of 1 to 6, you have a 5 out of 6 chance of attacker eliminated and a 1 out of 6 chance of attacker retreats too. Wow. And here's your D-Day time record card. Written on one side but not the other. This guy I bought a lot of these Avalon Hill games from. He said they were all complete, and so far they all have been complete, so I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, sure, a few things are written on, but that's okay. Alright. Let's take a look at the basic game now. Alright, it shows the counters have an attack factor, followed by defense factor, followed by movement factor. And here it's showing how to set up. And it looks like the sequence of play as the Allies move as units and then resolve battles, and then Germans do the same. How to win: Allied player wins if he either eliminates all German units from the continent or gets any 10 combat divisions across the Rhine-Issel River line between D10 and AA-16 inclusive. The German player wins if he eliminates all Allied units from the continent or avoids the Allied conditions of victory by the 50th week. And here it's talking about how to invade and how to move. And here's your attacking rules. Looks like there's zones of control. And here's invasion attacks. And now it's got reinforcement rules. And it looks like you can have more than one unit per square. So you may stack up to 2 units of any kind, including headquarters in the same square anywhere in the continent. The Germans, however, can stack up to 3 units of any kind, including headquarters in the same square on the continent. Now it's talking about multiple unit battles, movement after combat, and here's mountain rules. And here's rules for fortresses, fortified zones, rivers, and headquarters unit rules. And it looks like you even got parachute units you can use. That's kind of cool. And replacement rules. And this is an explanation of the combat results, which are either eliminated, back to, or exchange. Alright, and then there's a battle manual. Those are the basic rules. This battle manual, and these are generally for advanced rules or optional rules. Looks like you have an optional rule where you can do a second invasion after the 8th turn. And it's got new Allied and German victory conditions. Also adds supply rules and isolation, what happens when you're out of supply. And strategic air power, that's cool. And most importantly, it's got some examples of play here. Followed by a historical commentary. So far this looks kind of cool. I mean, it looks like pretty easy to get into and stuff. Let's take a look at the maps now. Looks like the map is 2 pieces. Here's the first one. Looks alright for a map from the 1960s. Actually, it looks really good for a map from the 1960s. And here's the other half. This one has Allied units available in Britain. Yeah, nice. This looks pretty promising. Thanks for watching. If you've tried this, definitely chime in and let us know how it is. I'm trying to try all of my Avalon Hill games by the end of the year, so hopefully this should be reviewed sometime within the next month, I'm hoping. Have a good evening.